and welcome to another edition of Farmington High School boys basketball here at the T.J. Foulon Fieldhouse in Park Hills, Missouri, where the Farmington Knights will take on the Central Rebels. Last time Farmington was on this floor, they were coming back from a 16-point deficit against South Iron to win the Central Christmas tournament. And the game before that, they had defeated Central on their home floor here. The interesting thing about that game is that the last time they played Central was that Jordan Ankrum, a key player for the Farmington Knights, did not start or play in that game as he had tweaked his ankle. And now that he's back at full strength, Farmington should have a much bigger advantage down low on the boards, as that was a huge issue last time these two teams played. Central out-efforted the Farmington Knights initially in the game. So we will pause for the national anthem, and I'll be back in just a moment. And now we'll have the starters for the Farmington Knights. They'll be the visitors on the scoreboard, obviously, as we are here at Central's home floor. So starters for tonight, as usual, Logan England at point guard. And Garrett Callahan playing the two guard. He's had a pretty good start to the season here, shooting-wise. DJ Hardy at the other guard, as Farmington will play three guards and really plays a fairly small lineup most of the time. Always has 3 to 4 guards. Eli Pratt at the forward, coming off torn ACL last year, and Jordan Ankrum at center. So the Central Rebels will counter with Jake Bridges, who last year hit several threes to help defeat Farmington in the conference tournament in an overtime win. Alaric Jones at the other guard, and Braden Mannion, the other starter at guard. Austin Caldwell starting at the forward, and Hunter Curtois at the other forward. And every time these two teams get together, there's always a little bit extra pushing and shoving. The coaches are a little bit more into it. Seems like the refs, no matter how good a game they have, always have an impact on the game late. And usually it's a dogfight. Even if one team ends up winning by double digits, it seems like the last several games have come down to hitting some free throws late. So we will get ready to tip it off here. as Farmington, who's had a pretty decent start to the season, like I said, winning the Central Christmas Tournament here just a couple of weeks ago. And here we go, Ankrum and Curtois to tip it off, and Ankrum wins the tip to Farmington. And England drives immediately, kicks it out to Pratt on the baseline. He misses short, and the ball goes out of bounds. It seemed to go off Central players, but the ref calls it Central ball. And so Logan England with a little bit of token pressure forces a bad throw in, but Central able to recover. So Alaric Jones off the wing. He passes it out. Caldwell in and out. The ball was halfway down. Ball tipped around. Pratt comes up with the miss, with the rebound. And a foul called down low. Foul called down low as Caldwell, I believe it is, as Caldwell was battling with Ankrum. And a steal by Central on the inbounds. They bring it back up the court. And so Central swings the ball around. Alaric Jones drives down the baseline, fouled with the body by Garrett Callahan. And this is the game so far. We're into it, 1 minute into it. It's kind of slow moving, been a little sloppy, a few turnovers. Ball even tipped around several times on rebounds. And so here is Central inbounding the ball. And the ball's thrown off of Pratt's leg, rolls all the way back out across midcourt. And we'll be back into Central as Caldwell threw it off Eli Pratt's leg. So ball into Bridges, who dribbles around to Jones. Jones kicks it back out to Bridges, who fires a deep three, and he hits. And here comes England quickly back up the court, as he likes to do. Pushes it up to Callahan on the baseline. Swings it around for Ankrum for an easy two. And the score is now 3-2. Here comes Central swinging the ball around the perimeter, being patient. Caldwell drives, and he banks it home. And the score is now 5-2 Central. England looking for a pick. Ankrum backs off. Hardy from the corner, and he's blocked by Alaric Jones, who's quickly back up the court. Kicks it out to Bridges, who's in and out again for the second time tonight. Alaric Jones almost with another steal, and Callahan dribbling around. He's fouled by Bridges, and Bridges comes up limping on the play. Not sure if he stepped on someone's ankle. What exactly happened to the ball? It will be Farmington's ball here. So with just over 5.5 minutes left, Farmington down 5-2. Callahan feeds Ankrum in the post, who powers up and a little too strong off the back iron, and here comes Central again, quickly up the court, trying to capitalize on early mistakes by Farmington. Bridges looking to make something happen, but England's all over him. And there from the corner, Braden Mannion misses a three. Bridges again firing, and he is now 1 for 4. And Bridges has obviously has a tremendous green light here, as Coach Harlow has no issue with him taking any shot that he gets. And Will Sherfus will come into the game now for Bridges, as his ankle seems to be a little sore. So Sherfus, who is a senior this year, who started for the last couple of years, or at least last year, has been replaced by some upcoming sophomores who played well at the end of the year last year. Here's Curtois, who misses the ball a little too strong off the glass. Here's Garrett Callahan back up the court, drives into the lane, Nice pass to Pratt, but he's blocked by Curtois, and that's the second block that Central has on Farmington now. Now Larry Jones fakes the three, drives baseline, finds Curtois wide open in the center of the lane. He misses the shot, but he's fouled. And will go up to shoot two. And the foul is on Eli Pratt. So not a very sloppy game here tonight so far, but in the sense of fouls, Farmington playing sloppy, down 7-2 after the free throws. Here comes England, who almost loses his dribble, but spins around, finds Callahan in the corner, who also drives baseline. But he'll be fouled by Will Scherfus. It's just about halfway through the first quarter here, an extremely low-scoring game as Farmington only has 2 points. And England throws the ball in off of Curtois' back and gets it back himself. Nice alert play as Curtois was completely unaware of what was going on. And England with a play that should be on the SportsCenter top 10 tonight. Somebody send that one in. So England with 2. So now the score is 7-4. And England with the steal. He comes up, bounce pass to Ankrum, who goes up and he finishes. 2 quick baskets for Farmington now, and the score is 7-6. And here's Central again with another 3 as Braden Mannion misses short. And DJ Hardy on the reverse. That's 6 unanswered points for Farmington, and Harlow wants a timeout for Central. As Farmington, for 4 minutes of this game, had only scored 1 basket, and in the last 30 seconds have now scored 6 points unanswered. So the score is now 8-7 as Central is not shooting well from outside so far tonight. I know that was the difference in the conference tournament last year, especially with Bridges and Mannion, as they were on fire and couldn't be stopped, and Farmington just could not keep up with that. And so if Central is going to want to have any chance tonight, they're going to have to hit from the outside. But Farmington, the issue is not so much that Central's got a hand in their face or Farmington's playing great defense as much as it is that they're just missing right now. And so Farmington's going to have to close out better on those shots. And the ball inbounds. Central, DJ Buchanan in the game, drives in immediately, and he gets a 2 as he shoots over Eli Pratt. And so Central takes the lead back. Logan England looking for something to do at the top of the key. He drives in baseline. Curtois with the steal. England looking for Pratt, and here comes Central again. Bridges brings it up. Scherfus for 3. He misses. Ankrum tips it back to England. And England comes in as Scherfus looking to draw the charge. Gets the blocking foul as he was not in position as England came in. Will Scherfus now with a quick 2 fouls. And number 44, Colin Best, into the game for Central. Looking to get a big body down low. So here's England looking to make something happen. Out to Callahan on the wing, who's been real quiet so far tonight. He dribbles into the lane, misses hard off the back iron, and here comes Bridges back up the court. Central swinging around the outside of the three-point arc. Buchanan drives in out to Bridges again, who misses short. But Best with the rebound, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And this is a big issue. Last time Farmington played without Ankrum. We hoped it would be different this time, as Central is out-rebounding Farmington so far in this game. And as Bess hits the first free throw, Farmington has the height advantage and an advantage in athleticism, but Central is playing with a chip on their shoulder, and they've got a little bit more fire in them than Farmington, as Ankrum has been no factor so far in this game. He's going to have to bang a little bit more down low. And Brett Mann into the game now gets a rebound off the missed free throw. So Brett Mann, Jonah Barnes, Garrett Callahan running the point, Justin Bain, and Jordan Ankrum are the five that Farmington is going to go with. And there's a lazy pass by Justin Bain, nearly stolen by Central, and it'll be a jump ball as they dive onto the court. So Farmington with a number of turnovers here in the first quarter. With only 6 minutes gone by, it's still only 10-8, Central leading. This is the kind of game Central would love to play, is to keep it low scoring. And Bridges drives in out to Buchanan, fakes the shot, overthrows Bess, and here comes Ankrum off the steal going coast to coast, and he finishes. Ankrum now with 6 points. If he could be more of a factor on the boards, that would be a huge up. Callahan with the strip steal, and he goes coast to coast. Unable to finish, but Jonah Barnes with the rebound. Out to Ankrum, who drives in. And a foul. And a foul on number 30. Excuse me, number 50, Gabe Craig for Central on the floor. So Farmington now tied it up 10-10. Brett Mann takes the inbound, swings it around. Ankrum, and he hits the shot and the foul, and he'll go to the line to make it a three-point play. He'll take it the old-fashioned way. And so Farmington scoring 6 points in the last 2 minutes. 10 points in the last 2 minutes of this game. 2 to 2.5 minutes. Has come alive here offensively, but still not playing well on the boards. So Ankrum takes his three, as he is the leading scorer for Farmington so far. Buchanan looking to run a play. Looking for one of his guards outside. Bridges takes the ball, pulls up. Long pass out to Larrett Jones, who looks to take Jonah Barnes one-on-one. And Curtois, 3 seconds in the lane, I believe. Called on Curtois. So let's see if Farmington can take advantage of this now. They can push the lead out to 2 possessions. Callahan dribbles up, and the ball thrown off Curtois. This game hasn't been sloppy in the sense of a ton of turnovers or the referees being a factor, but Farmington is just playing very sluggish, very slow, not hitting a bunch of shots. They've gotten a lot of good shots, but they haven't hit very many of them. And so Justin Bain looking to get it to Ankrum, but he passes it back out. As Ankrum takes it at the top of the key, looking to make something happen, and he loses the ball on the drive. And that is a turnover over to Central. Just under a minute here left to play, 47.8 seconds. And Braden Mannion back into the game for DJ Buchanan. And so Bain shadowing Bridges here from start to finish, as they don't want to let him get a three off. I'm sure Callahan told him not to help. And here's Bess in the post. Nice move, but ball tipped around. Jonah Barnes comes up with the rebound with 30 seconds to left. Callahan looks to want to pull the ball out and hold it for one. I just heard Callahan yelling for the last shot, and so England will try to pass it around on the outside here as we come down the wire here in the first quarter with 10 seconds left. He looks to pull the trigger here, gets inside, pulls up Ankrum for three. He misses long off the back iron, Bridges gets it with 1 second left, heaves it up, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. A sloppy first quarter offensively for Farmington, as they only allowed Central to score 10 points. A very good defensive first quarter, but it probably had more to do with Central missing shots than it did with Farmington playing great defense. And I'd say the same from the other side. As Farmington got a lot of the shots they wanted, they got several shots within 3 to 4 feet of the goal and missed many of them. Ankrum, after the first quarter, has 9 of the 13 points. And he's been a factor there. Not much of a factor on the boards, but a factor in scoring. But he himself, even though he's got 9 of the 13 points, missed 3 shots in from about 3 feet. And so this is about how it goes when Farmington and Central get together. It seems like no matter who has the advantage athletically, who has the advantage in speed, who's a bigger team, who's a quicker team, my experience here in just a short time, so these are always close, hard-fought games. So coming into the second quarter here, Jonah Barnes, Callahan's going to stay with that second group. And Jonah Barnes inbounds. Justin Boehm comes around, and Curtois with his second block of the night. As he's playing big down there, and here comes Bridges up the court. Farmington needs to learn to head fake a little. They might get a foul on those. And so Brett Mann with the steal. That's what's keeping them in the game right now, as Central's had several turnovers down by the basket. Logan England spins, kicks it back out to Ankrum, who takes a long 2, and he's long off the back of the backboard again. And there's Caldwell. It brings it up over to Alaric Jones, who drives in, spins, pulls up, and he hits it hard off the iron. Ankrum pulls that one down for a rebound. Here comes England. Stripped. Frantic pace here to start the second quarter. Here's Central from the baseline. Austin Caldwell hits a 2. So frantic pace here to start the second quarter, but not much going on offensively from either team, as almost a minute and a half elapsed and only 2 points scored here in the quarter. Jonah Barnes into Brett Mann, who has post position. He goes up and he drops one down. So Brett Mann with 2 now. The ball kicked out to Alaric Jones, who fires up a 3, and he misses short. And Ankrum with the rebound, dribbles it up himself. Misses Brett Mann, calling for it down in the post. And here's Logan England. Kicks it out to Mann for a long 2. He misses short. Ball tipped around, out to Farmington.
Farmington substitution number 20, Eli Pratt. Central substitution number 44, Colin Bess.
So England inbounds out to Pratt. They run a play around, swing it around back to England off the inbounds. He drives baseline, finds Mann deep in the baseline for 2. And that's Mann's shot. Those mid-range jumpers, he excels at those from about 8 to 10 feet. It was a nice patient play by Farmington. And now off the pick, Colin Bess for Central set a pick on Justin Boehm, looking to spin and rotate. Move to the basket, gets called for holding Justin Boehm. And so Farmington now in the bonus. Farmington now in the bonus. From here on out, they will shoot for every foul. Here's Garrett Callahan, just inside the three-point arc. He hits a 2. That's his first 2 points of the night. Now Central down 19-12. Still a sloppy game. Central still in this. Farmington could tighten up, start hitting a few shots, tighten up their defense. And here's Braden Mannion misses the shot. So coming down, under 5 minutes left to play now. Farmington up 19-12. Callahan finds Pratt down on the block. Pratt blocked by Colin Best. That's the 4th block of the night by the Central Rebels as they're playing big in the post. And the ball stripped again down by the basket. Over to Callahan, who kicks it over to Mann. And he swings the ball around, avoids the attempted block with Colin Best, and puts Farmington up 21-12 with 4.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. As Mike Harlow for Central does not like what he sees, but I'm sure Coach Callahan for Farmington does. As Farmington is getting every shot they want. They seem to be falling more now than they were in the first part of the game. So that was a nice move by Brett Mann, as he had just seen Colin Best block one of his teammates, and he was ready. He was ready for that. As Best is he's a fairly big kid down there compared to most of Farmington's players, especially right now with the lineup they have. Farmington's going small and quick, and so having a guy like Best in there for Central makes the difference. But now Central is countered. They've added. They put Scotty Richardson in, number 32, and they are essentially playing 5 guards. So now Farmington has to be mindful of every player on the court from a shooting standpoint. Braden Mannion runs up to the corner into Scotty Richardson, who immediately makes an impact. He scores, quick layup from the block. The ball swung around on the outside. Mann finds position but can't hold on to the pass, and Buchanan comes up with it. He pulls up out to Bridges. Bridges over to Mannion. Buchanan pulls up from the elbow, misses off the side of the iron. Richardson can't hold on to it. So DJ Hardy and Jordan Ankrum back into the game now for Jonah Barnes and Brett Mann. Brett Mann was big in those minutes he just got, scoring 4 points, getting a number of rebounds and a few steals. And so Farmington back in with their starting group, as Central is the same, except with the exception of Will Sherfus in at the point. So England drives in, kicks it out to Callahan. Ankrum calling for it. He makes room for Callahan on the drive, who goes in and finds room for 2. Farmington with a 23-14 lead now with just over 3 minutes left. The Farmington student section likes that. And Mannion jacks one up from deep. He misses, gets nothing but air. Ball tipped out to Ankrum, who misses hard off the back iron but gets his own rebound, goes back up. Ball tipped around to Callahan. And another attempted block. However, Jake Bridges will be called for the foul. Callahan will go to the line for 2. Bridges now with 2 fouls in the game. As Callahan makes the first. And he misses the second short. So the score remains 24-14. Farmington with a 10-point lead now. Looking to press this out before half. Try to give him some room. Sherfus left wide open for 3. He misses long. That ball tipped around a little. Caldwell comes up with it, looking to make something happen. Sherfus out by the serve line. Calls a play. And Callahan is blanketing Bridges as he's dangerous from out there. And Caldwell misses short. But Sherfus drives in. He misses long. Pratt goes up strong, and he's fouled over the back. So Pratt will now go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. That foul is also on Sherfus. That's 3 fouls on Sherfus as he has no issue mixing it up down there. Didn't really have a chance to get the rebound. It was kind of a dumb foul. Didn't really think much about trying to go up over Pratt. And Pratt misses the free throw. And here comes Mannion back up the court. Well, that is Bridges, I'm sorry. Larry Jones out in the corner. He dribbles, spins, holds, and a foul called. Let's see what it's on. The foul's on Eli Pratt on the arm. And that's 3 on Eli Pratt. That looked to be all ball. In any case, Larry Jones will go to the line to shoot 2. Misses the first. Callahan is still letting the refs know about it. He is not happy about that. Appears as though they're going to call that, he wants them to call it on both ends, as Ankrum was mauled down on the other end of the court just one possession ago. And so Larry Jones makes the second one. The lead down to 9. So Callahan wanting Farmington to be patient here. Garrett Callahan with a nice backdoor cut, and he gets past Bridges for another 2. So Callahan, normally a shooter from the outside, has hit a jumper tonight, but has done most of his damage from inside. As Bridges spins, gets around Ankrum, and he makes the shot and the foul. It appeared as though Bridges simply stumbled. They call the foul on Ankrum, and a circus shot by Bridges. He just throws it up as he's going to the ground, trying not to travel. And he makes it, and so he makes the free throw also. And so Bridges, who normally hits his threes from beyond the arc, gets one the old-fashioned way to cut the lead down to 8. And Logan England turns the ball over, looking to make something happen on the far out of bounds line. So Ankrum now, that was his first foul, I believe. So here comes Bridges up the court. So he is a point guard, but not your typical point guard, as he is looking to shoot. And he fires from NBA range and misses short off the front iron. And Ankrum looked to be tackled as Curtois swings his arm at him as he comes around. Doesn't get a call, and Farmington with a foul called on the other end on an offensive foul on Garrett Callahan. That's only their 6th foul with 49 seconds left to go in the game. And there's one of those times where when Central plays Farmington, the refs are a factor no matter what. And there's Bridges, and he finally hits the 3. Braden Mannion hits the 3. And he turns around and talks a little trash to DJ Hardy and the Farmington bench as he hits it, as now Central, with 30 seconds left to go, is only down 5. Brett Mann finds Ankrum wide open in the post. And another 2 for Jordan Ankrum. He's having a very strong first half offensively. And now Central, with 8 seconds left, will hold the ball. Bridges drives in, kicks it out to Mannion. And Central can't get a shot off. That'll be the end of the first half here. And so Farmington closes out the first half up 7 with a score of 28-21. And in that first half, Central did not shoot very well from 3, as they only hit 2 threes. One of them right here just before the end of the half by Braden Mannion to close the gap to 5. To close the gap to 6. But Brett Mann, just at the end of the half, finds Jordan Ankrum wide open on the block as Farmington was looking to run out the clock. And so here going into at the end of the first half, Jordan Ankrum, the leading scorer with 11 points so far. Garrett Callahan added another 7. And if Farmington's going to need to play much better in the second half as Central wants to make this a sloppy game, get in their heads, get into them mentally, and take them out of their game. And they've done that so far. We'll be right back at the end with the start of the second half here on Night Vision Sports.